Good morning. This is Earl J. Good morning. Good morning. This is the Earl J Sports Talk Show, and we are live today. And I got a lot to talk about today. So before we get started, I'm gonna hit you with this. You know what it is. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Yeah. You know what it is. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Yeah. You know what it is. Everything I do it big. Yeah. Screaming that's up. When I pulled off the line, that's up. You see me, you know everything. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. I put it down from no lips on my bodies. I'm in black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Black stripe, yellow paint. My head is scared of it, but the pros ain't. Soon as I hit the club, look at the red face. Pedal once, make the floor shake. Sway inside. My engine roaring. It's the big boy. All right, this is the LJ Sports Talk Show. I want to hit you guys with a little bit of that. That's that Pittsburgh Steelers song. I'm gonna be talking about them later on in the show. I got a lot to say about what Pittsburgh gonna do this weekend. They got Buffalo coming up. We're gonna be in the NFL later on, but right now I just want to wish everybody a happy Wednesday and thank God that we're still here and for the blessings that He keep putting up on us to make sure that we're doing the right things that we're supposed to be doing. And if you're not doing the right things that you're supposed to be doing, something's wrong. So we're gonna jump right over into baseball. Of course, you know, last night Aaron Judge hit his 62 home runs. He broke Roger Maris' record last night in baseball for the New York Yankees. He had 62. That Aaron Judge, man, woo! That guy can hit that ball. I mean, he's a good player. The Yankees, the Yankees better pay him. They better. I tell you right now, you better not let him go to somebody else. The owner up there in New York, he known to spend some money. You better keep that boy Aaron Judge. He hit 62 this year. He got a chance for the Triple Crown. I don't know if he's going to get that or not. But he led the league in home runs this year. And if it wasn't for him, the Yankees might not be where they at. So, and you know, so I want to touch on him because he can hit it. I saw him hit that ball last night to break that record. And he wasn't messing around with it. Knocked it out the park. So we're going to see what the Yankees going to do going forward. The baseball playoff starts this weekend. I believe Friday. They got the game set for Friday. A lot of the games going to be on ESPN. So they got the team set. Wild Card Series, best of three, starts Friday. Over in the National League, we got the Mets playing the Padres, San Diego Padres. I look for the Mets to win that. I'll make a pick on that. I'll take the Mets in that series. It starts Friday. And then we also got the Braves going to be playing later on. They made it. They're the world champs. So you better watch out for them. The Dodgers is in it. They're going to be playing, but I'm going to jump over to them Cleveland Guardians. They're going to be playing the Rays. So we're going to see how that goes. Tampa Bay Rays, Cleveland made it. And
The Cardinals is playing the Phillies, the playoffs. The Blue Jays and the Mariners. So we got the Yankees and the Dodgers and the Braves and the Houston Astros on standby. They're gonna be taking on some of the winners in some of those series. So we're gonna see we're gonna see how baseball go. Uh, I ain't making no dogmatic picks right now. Who's gonna win the World Series? There's a few teams that's got a good shot at it. I think. I think the Dodgers got a good shot. I think the Astros got a good shot to win it. I think I'm not an Atlanta Braves fan, but I think the Braves got a good shot. They're the world champs. The Yankees will be there. They got a shot. So we're gonna see how it works out in baseball. I'm gonna be talking about a lot of that once the playoff games get started. I believe Friday the 7th, October the 7th, this Friday, this weekend. The games all on this weekend. Baseball games, playoff games going to be going on. So we're gonna see who gonna be the two last teams standing to get to the World Series. I know it's a lot of baseball fans out there. Most of the time, my team didn't make it this year. We got three championships though in the 2000s, so I don't feel too bad. But we got to get some help. We got to get some more pitching over there. We got to get some more bats over there. Speaking of San Francisco Giants, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see who gonna make it to the World Series. I got a couple choices who I would like to see in it. That don't mean they're gonna be there. So baseball is going to be heating up this weekend, um, the playoffs. But I want to get back to Aaron Judge. People was talking about uh, uh, him hitting 62 home runs and breaking Roger Maris. And Roger Maris was a bad man too. Now I remember him. I was a kid. I remember Roger Maris. He could knock it out. But I was listening to Stephen A. Smith earlier. And guy was talking about Barry Bonds. Uh, Let me tell you something, man. I don't know why they trying to keep this guy out the Hall of Fame. You talk about he used drugs to hit home runs, or drugs don't make you see that ball. Don't nothing make you see that ball better. That's all I can say. Barry Bonds, possibly to me, the greatest baseball hitter of all time. I call it like I see it. Barry Bonds was just unbelievable. He really was. Aaron Judge, he's gonna be around for a while. He's gonna be around. He can hit it. He got 62 this year. Might hit 50 next year. Yankees, y'all better give that boy some money. You better pay him. Better not let him get away. But speaking of Barry Bonds, he was a bad boy. My all time favorite player was Willie Mays. That's my all time favorite. So, but anyway, I just wanted to touch on Aaron Judge hitting 62 last night. That's a good accomplishment that he did. We might get back to baseball later on. Also, I'm going to be jumping right over here on college football right now. Um, College football is heating up this weekend. It's going to be heating up. I'm going to be making some college football picks. My college football picks here shortly. Who I think going to win certain college games this weekend. And we'll see how that's going to go. But college football is live and well. And so we're going to see how my pick's going to look for this weekend. There's some good games coming up. Matter of fact, they got a college game on tonight. I'm gonna be making a pick on that game tonight. We got SMU playing UCF, University of Central Florida, SMU tonight. And that game is at 7 o'clock on ESPN2. Uh, SMU is coming in, going down to Florida, playing UCF. SMU is 2-2. UCF is 3-1. That should be a good game. UCF is giving SMU 2.5 points. I'm going to take University of Central Florida in that game. They're at home, and I think they'll pull that one out tonight. So any of you college football fans, I know it's a lot of University of Central Florida fans that probably have a nice crowd down there tonight to watch that game on a Wednesday night. So that'll be very interesting to see them play tonight. You guys don't want to watch no preseason basketball, you can tune in to ESPN2 and watch some college football on a Wednesday night. Okay, let's jump right over to Saturday. This Saturday, October the 8th, college football. Missouri is at Florida this weekend, and I'm looking for Florida to bounce back. Florida is 3-2. Missouri is 2-3. I look for Florida to win that game. But Missouri really played good against Georgia this past weekend. So Florida, you better have your game. You better have your game ready. You better have your A game ready because Missouri is coming to town, and they just came off a tough loss to Georgia this past weekend. But I'm taking Florida in that game. I look for Florida to win that game. Michigan is at Indiana this weekend, this Saturday. That's a 12 o'clock game. It's going to be on Fox. Michigan is coming in at 5-0. They're number 4 in the nation. Indiana is 3-2. They're at Indiana. I tell you, Michigan, you better take your A game on the road with you. You better take it on the road with you. I mean, this is a Big Ten game. I'm not saying Indiana is all that, but they're 3-2 and they're at home. So Michigan, you better be careful. You better be careful. Indiana could sneak up on you. They can sneak up on you. They can upset you. They're at home. They're gonna have a nice crowd, sellout crowd. Then Indiana, they're gonna be ready for you. So that's a good game. But matter of fact, I'm gonna take Indiana as an upset in that game. I'm not dealing with the points. I'm just going to take Indiana as upset over Michigan this weekend. Might not work out, but that's the way I see it right now. Purdue is at Maryland. That'll be another good one. Purdue just went into Minnesota this past weekend and beat them 20-10. And upset Minnesota. Minnesota was undefeated. Everybody was talking about they could be in the Big Ten championship this year, possibly against Ohio State or Michigan. But so we're gonna see how that game go. I'm gonna take Maryland at home. Maryland is 4-1, and Purdue is 3-2. Maryland only loss came against Ohio State, so we'll see how that go. I'll take Maryland at home in that game. TCU, woo! It's gonna be a good one right here. TCU and Kansas this week, woo! It's gonna be a good one. TCU is number 17. They got Kansas at number 19. I think Kansas is a little better than that. TCU is at 17. TCU is 4-0. Kansas is 5-0. TCU just blew out Oklahoma this past weekend. And Kansas is undefeated, so they're at Kansas. So somebody gonna goose egg is gonna be going away. So somebody gonna lose that game. So I'm gonna take Kansas at home. They're playing TCU, but I watched some of that TCU and Oklahoma game. Ooh, TCU looked really good, but I'm going with Kansas at home. TCU could come in there and upset them, but I'll take Kansas. They're going to be rocking. Ooh, they're going to be rocking in that stadium this weekend. Them fans, because Kansas been a long time since Kansas has been 5-0. So them fans is going to be packed up in there. They're going to be packed up in there like sardines. So that'll be a good game to watch on Saturday at 12 noon. You football fans out there. Another good one is going to be Tennessee and LSU. Tennessee is 4-0. They're number 8 in the nation right now. LSU is number 25. They're at 4-1. I am looking for Tennessee to go to LSU and possibly win that game. I'll take Tennessee in that game. But LSU is giving Tennessee a minus. No, Tennessee is giving LSU plus 3 points in that game. But I'll take Tennessee in that game. I think it'll be a close game. Tennessee will be on the road because they better keep winning because they got some tough games coming up in the future here this year. Arkansas is at Mississippi State. Mississippi State is playing good ball. Arkansas, like I say, lost that tough game to Alabama. Mississippi State just came up for a big win against Texas A&M. So we're going to see how that game go. They're giving Arkansas nine points. They're giving them 9.5. So Mississippi State, they're at home. You better be careful, Arkansas, going down there because Mississippi State, like I say, the stadium is going to be packed. And they come out to see them boys. They come out to see them boys play down there. They don't Mississippi State fans. They don't mess around. They come out and they pack the stadium. They get their hot dogs, their beer, or whatever they got going on at the stadium to eat and drink, and they come out and support their fans in Mississippi State. So Arkansas, you better have your A game on the road with you when you go down there messing with them. So I'll take Mississippi State at home in that game. I think they'll win that game. Be a close game. Won't be no blowout. Be a very close game. The game is going to be interesting. It's Texas and Oklahoma. Texas, Oklahoma is going to be a good game. Also, Quentin Evans is supposed to be coming back, quarterback for Texas. I don't know if he's going to play. He had wanted to play this weekend against Oklahoma, and they're at Oklahoma. Oklahoma is 3-2. Texas is 3-2, so that'll be a good game. But I'll take Texas in that game. Oklahoma haven't showed me a whole lot the last 2 games that they lost. They just got blown out by TCU. They let TCU put 55 points up on them. So that's gonna be an interesting game right there. Somebody got to lose. Everybody can't win. Both teams can't win that game. So I look for Texas to go into Oklahoma and possibly pull out a close game there. I want to jump over to the MAC right quick. A couple games in the MAC I wanted to discuss. Buffalo is 2-3. They trying to hang around, and they're playing Bowling Green on Saturday at 12 noon. Bowling Green is 2-3. I'll take Bowling Green at home in that game. Eastern Michigan is playing Western Michigan. Eastern Michigan is 3-2. Western Michigan is 2-3. I'll take Eastern Michigan going on the road against Western Michigan. Be a good game there. Rivalry game for them over in the MAC. A couple more games that I really want to touch on. They got some good games coming on around 1 o'clock on Saturday. Akron University, like I said on my last show when I was talking about college football, Akron U they're just not playing good ball right now. They don't have a really dynamite team. And they're only 1-4. They're playing Ohio this Saturday at 2 o'clock in Ohio. So Ohio is 2-3. Akron U is 1-4. Ohio should easily win that game. I do believe I think Ohio would really put something on Akron U, and of course this week is HBCU games on going to be going on, and I'm looking at a couple games there that I want to touch on. Grambling is 1-4. Alabama A&M is 1-4. And Grambling is going down to Alabama to play them in that game. And the way I'm looking at that game right there, it's a toss-up game, pick 'em game. But I'll take Alabama A&M at home uh, against Grambling on Saturday, 2 o'clock. Florida A&M, they're 3-2, and they're playing South Carolina State at South Carolina State this Saturday, 2 o'clock. I'm gonna take Florida A&M in that game. South Carolina State don't seem to be playing too good of a ball right now, 1-3 record. So I'll take Florida A&M to win that game. Another good one is going to be right here in Georgia in the ATL. Georgia Southern. Georgia Southern is 3-2. They're playing Georgia State. Georgia State is 1-4, and I really thought they would be a better team this year, Georgia State. But I'm going to take Georgia Southern in that game. They're 3-2, and they were at Georgia State this Saturday at 2 o'clock. Um, so we're gonna jump on over to some more games here. Jackson State is 4-0. Alabama State 3-2. That game is at 3 o'clock. Jackson State is at Alabama State. Now, Alabama State, you better be ready because Deion Sanders is bringing his team down there over to Alabama State to play you guys in prime time. Always have his team ready. He's a player coach. He's a motivator. Like I said in my shows earlier last week that about Deion Sanders, he should have got that job at Florida State. I think they made a mistake by not hiring him, but they seem to be doing okay there. But I would love to see Deion get that job. But anyway, Alabama, you better be ready. Alabama State, Florida, Jackson State is coming down here. Therefore, no, Alabama State is 3-2. So I take Jackson State in that game. It's at 3 o'clock on Saturday. Auburn, Georgia. Auburn is 3-2, and Georgia is 5-0. Like I said yesterday, Auburn really don't impress me at all. They're 3-2. I don't know who they beat to get at 3-2. But anyway, they're playing at Georgia on Saturday over in Athens, and they. I know you're thinking about bringing the A game because Georgia gonna have the A game after playing a close game last week against Missouri. So I look for Georgia to really pound at Auburn this weekend. I look for a big win there. I look for Georgia to beat Auburn by at least 3 touchdowns in that game, maybe more. Auburn won't be able to stop them from scoring. And I think Georgia defense will be too much for Auburn's offense. Okay, so another good game is going to be Virginia Tech at Pittsburgh. Virginia Tech is 2-3. Pittsburgh is 3-2. I'm taking Pittsburgh in that game. Wisconsin at Northwestern. Like I said, Northwestern is 1-4. And Wisconsin is 2-3. Wisconsin's fired their head coach. They got an interim coach taking over there. Northwestern just don't have the talent. Like I said in my last show, Northwestern just don't have the talent that they normally have to win big games and have a winning record this year. So I look for Wisconsin to go into Northwestern and win that game. Texas Tech is at Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State is playing good ball. Oklahoma State has moved up to number 7 in the nation, and Texas Tech is going down to Oklahoma State and see what they can do with them. They're 3-2. Oklahoma State is 4-0. So I look for Oklahoma State to get on their horses and ride Texas Tech right out of the stadium. So I'll take Oklahoma State in that game. But another game that I said I was going to really touch on today was Utah UCLA because I was giving UCLA some love. Not really a whole lot of love. It's my wide receiver. They got Jake Bobo. I was giving him a whole lot of love. That guy could catch the ball. That Jake Bobo. Jake Bobo. Woo! Can't hardly pronounce his name here. That Jake Bobo for UCLA. Woo! Utah, you better be ready when you go down there and play them. Like I said, I'm not a big Jim Kelly fan, but Utah is number 11. UCLA is number 18. I'm going to take Utah in that game at UCLA. Jake Bobo might have a good game there, but I think Utah might be just a little bit too much for UCLA, and I think Utah we're going to out to Los Angeles and win that game. So I'll take Utah in that game on Saturday. That game is at 3:30. I'm going to try to catch a little of that game because I want to see what Utah if they can shut down Jake Bobo. Kent State is 2-3. Uh, Miami of Ohio is 2-3. Kent State is at Miami of Ohio. In that game, I'm going to take Kent State in that game. They're on the road against Miami of Ohio. Toledo is 3-2 now. Northern Illinois is 1-4. Northern Illinois that just doesn't have a good team right now. I'm taking Toledo in that game. I'll take Toledo in that game. Georgia Tech and Duke is playing this weekend. Duke is 4-1. Georgia Tech is 2-3. Georgia Tech is just doesn't have a good team either. I don't think they're that good. They won 2 games, but they're not that good. I look for Duke to come in there and win that game, so I take Duke over Georgia Tech this weekend. North Carolina is at Miami, Florida. Miami, Florida is 2-2. North Carolina is 4-1. I'm taking North Carolina in that game at Miami. Miami's they're 500 right now, but I don't think they have enough to beat North Carolina. But they will be at home, so don't be surprised if it goes the other way. But I will take North Carolina over Miami, Florida this weekend. Also, Ohio State is at Michigan State this weekend, and so that's going to be very interesting. Ohio State goes on the road with their number 3 in the nation record. They're 5-0. Michigan State is 2-3. So I look for Ohio State. They're giving Michigan State 27 points. Wow. I look for Ohio State to win that game at least by 3 touchdowns. Ole Miss. Ole Miss is playing good ball. Ole Miss is number 9 now in the nation. You got to play against them. You got to come ready to play against Ole Miss. But they're on the road this week. They're playing Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt is 3-2. Ole Miss is 5-0. They're number 9 in the nation right now. They're going to be playing Alabama coming up later in the year. But I'll take Ole Miss in that game. Vanderbilt is a decent team. They're 3-2, but I think Ole Miss will be too much for them this weekend at Vanderbilt over there in Nashville, Tennessee. Washington is at Arizona State this weekend. Washington is 4-1. Of course, they lost that game against UCLA. Jake Bobo put something on them. But Arizona State is 1-4. So Arizona State is just pathetic right now. They don't have the talent. They're not winning. Their defense is not good. The offense is suspect. So I'll take Washington in that game going into Arizona State. I think it might be a completely blowout there because Washington coming off a disappointing loss against UCLA. So I'm going to run down a few more games here, and then I'm going to jump over to the NBA for a little bit. Preseason games last night. Illinois is playing Northern Iowa. That game going to be on ESPN Plus. If any of you Illinois fans are not going to be able to Illinois State fans not be able to get to the game. That's going to be on ESPN Plus on Saturday at 5:00 against Northern Iowa. Illinois State is 2-2. Northern Iowa is 2-3. So I'm going to take Northern Iowa at home in that game. It'll probably be a close game, tough game there to watch. So we'll see how that game goes. Another game I want to holler at right quick on ESPN Plus at 6:00. North Alabama against Kennesaw State. Kennesaw State right here in Georgia. up past Marietta, I do believe. They're at home against North Alabama this weekend, and both of those teams are 1-3. Kennesaw State is at home, so I'll jump on Kennesaw State and see what they can do if they can get that win this weekend. Appalachian State 3-2 is at Texas State this weekend. I'm gonna take Appalachian State, and again they're 3-2, and Texas State is 2-3. So that'll be an interesting game to watch. Another game I want to jump on right quick is Clemson is 5-0. They're number 5 in the nation. Boston College is 2-3. And they're giving Boston College 20.5 points in that game. And they're at Boston College. Clemson should be able to win that game, go to Boston College and get the win there. But I tell you what, you better take your A game on the road. You better take it. You better take it on the road. Boston College Stadium going to be packed and sold out. They're looking to try to get an upset against the number 5 team. So Clemson, you better be ready to come to play. So we'll see how that game go. But in that game, Clemson should win that game. I'll take Clemson in that game. South Carolina, Kentucky shouldn't be no game there. Shouldn't even be a contest there. South Carolina is just I don't know how they're 3-2, but they're not playing that good of a ball to me. Kentucky lost last week, Mississippi State. So we'll see how that game go. I'm going to take Kentucky in that game at home. They're playing at home. Armory is 1-3. Wake Forest is 4-1. Wake Forest will win that game easily at home on Saturday night, 7:30. Ours playing Illinois on Saturday, 7:30. Ours 3-2. Illinois is 4-1. So I look for Illinois to win that game at home Saturday night. Another good game Saturday night is going to be BYU Notre Dame. Notre Dame started out the season with a rough season, rough start, and they're 2-2 now. BYU is 4-1. Notre Dame is at home. BYU is number 16. This would be a big win for Notre Dame if they can pull this one off against BYU, but it ain't going to be easy. But I look for an upset there. I'm going to take Notre Dame at home in that game. They're 2-2. BYU is number 16 in the nation. They're 4-1. They're on the road against Notre Dame. Notre Dame really need this win, so I'm gonna kind of jump overboard off the ship and take Notre Dame to upset BYU Saturday night. I might watch a little of that game and see if they can get the upset there. Washington State, they're 4-1 at number 6. USC, a team I really like a lot. USC, they're 5-0. Washington State, USC better be careful because Washington State gonna bring their A game. They're 4-1, so that's gonna be a really good one. It's on Fox Saturday night at 7:30. So I definitely be watching that. Like I say, USC got some receivers that catch the ball and they catch it. And when they catch it, you better get a hand on them. You better get a hand on them because they can fly. So that's gonna be a good one right there. Washington State USC Saturday night 7:30 on Fox. I'll be watching that. Also, Florida State is at North Carolina State. Florida State 4-1. North Carolina State 4-1. I'm gonna take North Carolina State in that game. Florida State is on the road. They're playing at North Carolina State is number 14. Florida State still not ranked in the nation yet in the top 25. So I'll take North Carolina State at home in that game. Texas A&M at Alabama. Wow. Texas A&M at Alabama. Fisher, you talked all that trash before the season started during the offseason about what Saban was doing down there and how he was getting his players. You better bring your players ready to play. That's all I know. You're playing the number 1 team in the nation this weekend. I can't see no upset. I just can't see it. I look for Alabama to win that game. They're 5-0. They're number 1 in the nation now. They took the spot back over from Georgia. And I just think that Texas A&M is going to have their hands really, really full messing around with Alabama this weekend. So I take Alabama in that game. Alabama's at home. There's no way Texas A&M going to go in there and beat Saban and the Clemson Tide, the Roll Tide at Alabama. I just can't see it happening. If it do, then shame on Alabama. But anyway, let's jump right over to Oregon playing Arizona. Also, Saturday. That game is at 9 o'clock Saturday night. Oregon is 4-1. Arizona is 3-2. Oregon is number 12 in the nation now. I'm taking Oregon on the road against Arizona to win that game. That'll be an interesting game. The last game I want to touch on before get off of college football here is Oregon State is playing at Stanford. Oregon State is 3-2. Stanford is 1-3. So I don't know. Stanford usually plays better at home, and they usually have a better team. But Oregon State is playing decent ball. So that's going to be a close game. They're giving Stanford 7 points. So I'm going to take Oregon State in that game. They should win it. It'll be a close game, though. I think they're going to Stanford and get the win there. Possibly could be an upset. Neither one of those teams is ranked in the top 25 right now. So that's my college picks. Who I think going to get the wins this weekend. Like I say, if you don't agree with me, you can always hit me up on the chat line and let me know. Let me know what you think. Let me know who you think going to win. So we'll see. We're gonna see how that goes this weekend with those games. It'll be very interesting. Okay, let's jump over to the NBA preseason games. We had some last night that was going on. Play last night, and some some pretty good games. I checked out a few of them last night. The Knicks was playing the Detroit Pistons last night in New York. The Knicks pulled away in that game, preseason game. I believe it was their first preseason game. They beat Detroit Pistons last night, 117-96. I want to speak on Detroit Pistons. They're gonna raise a little king. They're gonna be decent. They got a lot of young talent over there. That one player that they got, Cade Cunningham, was college player of the year last year. That guy can play some ball, man. That Cade Cunningham, he can play. What, 6'6", 6'7", 6'8", point guard. Oh, he can play. So Detroit's going to be all right, and they still got Stewart over there, the guy that LeBron elbowed last week that wanted to fight LeBron with blood running down his face. Remember that game from last year when Detroit played the Lakers. But Detroit got some young talent over there, and they're gonna be all right. They'll be decent. But they lost the preseason game last night, 117-96. Timberwolves and the Heat was on last night. The Timberwolves dropped 121 to on the Heat last night. It was 121 to 111. Minnesota ended up getting a win there. The Pelicans played the Bulls last night, and the Pelicans ended up getting a win there, 129 to 125. Zion Williamson, he was out all last year. He's back. He played last night. He played 15 minutes last night, and I want to touch on him. He had 13 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist in 13 minutes last night. So we're going to see C.J. McCollum. He had 6 points in about 10, 15 minutes last night. And I don't believe Brandon Ingram did not play at all in that game last night. But Zion Williamson is back for the Pelicans. So he did get some time last night. So we'll see how they're going to do this year. But they did get the preseason win last night against against the Bulls. That was their first preseason game. It's also the Bulls' first preseason game. Also, the Jazz, the Utah Jazz played the Portland Trailblazers last night, and Utah got the win there, 118 to 107. Uh, uh, I don't think the Dame, well, he did play in that game. He had 21 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and he played 24 minutes last night. But they got the loss. They took the loss in that. Portland Trailblazers is 0-2 so far in preseason. Uh, um, Utah is 1-1 in preseason games. So those was the top preseason games last night that was being played. Tonight, there's some good preseason games on tonight. We got the Suns and the Lakers on tonight. It's on NBA TV at 10 o'clock. I'll probably be watching some of that game because I want to touch on Anthony Davis here in a little bit. Some comments he had to say about Monique Monk. Um, so we're going to get to some more preseason games for tonight. The Pacers is at the Hornets tonight. It'll be the Pacers' first preseason game. The Hornets is 0-1 so far. Also, another game I want to watch at 7 o'clock. It's them Cavaliers. Woo! It's them Cavaliers. They're at Philly tonight. Uh, Philly is 1-0 so far in preseason. Cavs haven't played a preseason game yet. They will get their first preseason game going on tonight. I believe Evan Mobley won't play. He might have a slightly sprained ankle. Hopefully he'll be ready when the season starts. But I don't think he's playing tonight. I don't know who the Cavs if they're gonna put some starters out there on the floor tonight. I want to see some of them get out there, but they're playing Philadelphia tonight at Philly. But I tell you what, when the regular season starts, you better get a hand on them Cavaliers. You better come to play. You better come to play. They got some talent over there. They got some talent. They loaded. Another good preseason game tonight is Toronto is at the Boston Celtics. Toronto is 1-0. The Celtics is 1-0 in preseason. Getting underway pretty good here. So that game is tonight. I'm not predicting on who's winning these preseason games because preseason games really don't count. It don't add up to who's gonna make the playoffs when you start playing them. Don't go on your winning record. So the Mavericks and the Thunder is tonight, 8 o'clock. Mavericks is at OKC tonight. They're Mavericks' first preseason game. The Thunder is 1-0 so far in preseason. And like I said, the Suns haven't played a preseason game yet. They get their first preseason game tonight. Now, at the Lakers 0-1. They had a preseason game the other night. They lost against Sacramento Kings. That game is going to be played in Las Vegas. I do believe. So players are playing out there in Las Vegas. How it is and play game. You better back to the hotel and chill out too. So I want to touch on Anthony Davis. Excuse me. I want to touch on Anthony Davis. The other night, the Lakers played Sacramento Kings, and the Sacramento, even though it's a preseason game, Sacramento blew them out. Blew them out by 30 points. I believe it was 105 to 75, something like that. And after the game, Anthony Davis had a few words for Monique Monk. Of course, Monique Monk played last year with the Lakers. Coming off the bench, he started a few games. He averaged about 13, 14 points for the Lakers last year. And the other night, he had, I think he played like 13, 14, 15 minutes against the Lakers, and he had 8 points, 6 rebounds, a few assists. But after the game, Anthony Davis had some words. He had 11 points in like 18 minutes after Nick Davis did. He had some words for Malik Monk, was like, well, he glad he ain't there no more with the Lakers. He caused the Lakers they season lose games last year, and he's glad to see Malik Monk get some rebounds the other night against them. Monk had 6 rebounds, 8 points, like I said, in 15 minutes or something like that. And Anthony Davis was talking trash to him, talking about he's glad he's not there no more, and this and that. Anthony Davis, let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. And I'm a Lakers fan. You need to shut up, cause you ain't did nothing either. What have you done besides wearing street clothes on the bench and staying hurt and falling down? Always hurt. And you got a nerve to talk about Malik Monk. I love me some Malik Monk. And I really was pissed off with the Lakers with them letting Monk leave. I like Monk a lot. Liked him when he was in college. A lot. I'm a big fan of Malik Monk. A big fan. You know, he's a good player. He can shoot it. He can put it up. But Anthony Davis, you ain't got no room to be talking about nobody. Because you can't stay healthy. Just because you got that big contract, what that mean? You ain't doing nothing on the floor? What have you did the last couple of years besides stay hurt and in street clothes? How many games you play last year? How many games you play? How many games did you play last year, Anthony Davis? Wasn't a whole lot? And you got nerve enough to talk about somebody? That somebody cost some games? That's why y'all lost games last year? Y'all only won 39 games last year, Lakers. And Anthony Davis, you ain't got no room to talk, man. I'm totally pissed off at you. And then you talk about you in the best shape of your life coming into the season. You better be, because you ain't showing me nothing. Sister COVID, you got lucky they won a championship down there in Florida, Lakers. You ain't did nothing since. So man, these players, they, you have room to talk when you're hurt all the time. How can you talk when you ain't playing? So I just want to touch on that. But like I say, it's Anthony Davis, be quiet, man. Shut up. You ain't got no room to talk about Malik Monk at all. At all. At least he's not wearing street clothes sitting on the bench every year. Missing 30, 40 games. So you ain't got no room to say nothing, Anthony Davis. If you guys don't agree with me, hit me up. My chat line is open. It's always open. I don't have to keep letting you know. Subscribe to my channel. View my show. I get heated sometimes when players start talking about other players, what they're doing. What you doing? What is you doing, street clothes, Davis? I don't understand why Charles Barkley gave you that name. Because you can't stay healthy and you can't stay off the floor. At least Monk can stay healthy. He can stay healthy. He can get up and down the floor. Don't be surprised if you don't do nothing this year, the Lakers get rid of you. You ain't showing me nothing. Talking about you want to be MVP. You gotta play some ball, 82 games if you want to be MVP. Ain't no sitting out talking about rest. Anthony Davis. Anthony Street Clothes Davis. Okay. Keep talking about Monk. Okay. You got to play Sacramento Kings this year in the regular season. I'm going to be watching. I got the NBA package. I'm going to be seeing what you do. I hope Monk light you up. I hope he drop by 30 on you. I'm serious. Wow. Let's jump right over to, I want to talk about the San Francisco 49ers, the Pittsburgh Steelers, before we get out of here. And like I said, tomorrow, I'm going to be making my tomorrow. I'm gonna be making my picks, NFL picks for the weekend. For this weekend, I'm also gonna release my top 10 teams in the NFL tomorrow. It's not going to be a top five. It's going to be a top 10 tomorrow. First time on Earl J show that I'm going to release a top 10, my top 10 teams. But I was looking at last night. I was watching some stuff, and the guy has it. He always releases his top 10 teams, and usually come across the bottom of the screen if you're watching ESPN or anything like that. He released the top 10 team last night, and I'm just going to touch on him a little bit. I on his top 10s. There's a couple of things I saw he had in his top 10. He had the Packers at number 4. Matter of fact, he had my 49ers. He had the 49ers at number 5. They're 2-2 now. So right now, a lot of people, ESPN, has it. Got the 49ers in the top 10 NFL teams right now. So we're gonna see 49ers 2-2 going forward. We're gonna see how that work out when I release my top 10 tomorrow. See if you guys agree with my top 10. I really didn't fully agree with his. I'm not putting Green Bay at number 4 in the NFL right now. No way. No way. No single way. They ain't even top 5, top 6. No way. Nope. Nope. You got to show me some more. Now I was seeing a thing this morning. Odell Beckham Jr. Might be coming back, and possibly he might go over to the Green Bay Packers. So and play with Aaron Rodgers. You're going over there if you want to. You're going over there, play for Aaron Rodgers if you want to. That's your choice. You need to be coming on out there and play for them 49ers and get back at them Rams. That's what you need to do. But, that's your choice. But he's talking about, made a good comment on Aaron Rodgers on Twitter, and Aaron Rodgers came back and made a good comment on him. So we're going to see how that goes, see if Odell Beckham Jr. Is able to come back this year, play this year, and sign with a team. If anybody, it possibly could be the Green Bay Packers. I think that would help him a lot. That would get Aaron Rodgers a weapon if he can stay healthy. A weapon that he can depend on, because Odell can catch it. When he's healthy, he can catch it. He got speed. So we'll see. We'll see how that go. I want to touch on the 49ers this weekend. They got the Carolina Panthers down in Carolina. That game is at 4:05 on Sunday. I was reading some stuff on the 49ers. They're not sure if Kinsler is going to play this weekend, and don't know if Armstead is going to be available. Probably might be a game decision. He's got an injury to his foot. He's been dealing with last 2 or 3 games, and I'd just be glad when we're able to get him back healthy. It's going to make that defensive line even more potent. So we're going to see how that go. Also, in the game the other night against the Rams, we lost. 49ers lost. Coaston McKenzie, sprained knee, sprained MCL. So he's going to probably be out for an offensive lineman. He's going to be out for possibly 3-4 weeks, if not longer. I hated to see that, but we lost him to a sprained MCL the other night. So and that's about the update on the 49ers. But I do want to talk about, I was talking about yesterday, Baker Mayfield with a 15.3 QBR. And he talked smack when he was in Cleveland. And I understand they want some Debo. Well, Debo coming. He gonna bring his A game. The Panthers down there, they say they want to eat up some Debo. Them Panthers want to eat up some Debo. Okay. You want to eat up some Debo? He gonna be there. Show me what you can do, Panthers. You say you want to eat up some Debo. Debo, a physical player, he gonna bring it to you. You better be ready to stop him. So I can't wait to see 49ers defense, how they play this weekend after that big performance the other night. Woo! Woo, man. Monday Night Football. Ooh, the 49ers put on a show, that defense. You got 7 sacks, all kind of quarterback pressures, all kind of quarterback hits. When you're doing that a game, ooh, you playing some ball. Can you imagine them doing that every game? Ooh. So 49ers only giving up 11.5 points a game. That's best in the NFL. That's best in the NFL. They're only giving up 234 yards per game. Total. That's best in the NFL. That's number 1 in the NFL. They're number 2 in sacks. So, like I was saying on my show yesterday, if we can keep Jimmy G clean, up on his feet, and if he himself can cut his turnovers down, don't commit too many of them, don't throw them crazy interceptions, they'll be all right. Jimmy G, he done got you to the Super Bowl before, so the 49er fans out there, out in San Francisco, all over the world, we got a bunch of them everywhere. We 2-2, but we're better than 2-2. We should have beat Chicago. We should have won that game. Should have won that Denver game. There's 2 games that Shanahan really pissed me off. I call it like I see it. But I think we'll get back on the track. We got the Panthers this weekend. And the following weekend, we're going to be right here in the ATL playing them Atlanta Falcons. So we're going to see. There's a lot of Falcons fans down here riding around with their flags. So we're gonna see. But it's gonna be a good game. I think our defense is I like to see a shutout. I know we won't do that. Baker gonna try to put some points on the board. On 49ers, you better take your A game on the road with you. Can't leave it at home. But I want to jump right over to the Pittsburgh Steelers right quick. Because like I said earlier in a couple of my shows, I like watching Pittsburgh. I really do. I think Tomlin is a good coach. I think he makes some bad decisions sometimes, but I think he's a good coach. But Pittsburgh got Baltimore this weekend, and so Mike Tomlin finally decided to make Kenny Pickett the starting quarterback this weekend. So we're going to see what Kenny can do against Buffalo. Buffalo is giving Steelers 13.5 points. Ooh, that's a lot of points, man. I might as well say that's 2 touchdowns. I don't know if I'm on my picks. I don't know if I'm going to take the Steelers or Buffalo, but early in the week on my show, I said had a couple guy tuned in, chatted in, and asked me who was I taking in that game because Pittsburgh was getting 14 points, and I said Buffalo. And I'm still leaning toward Buffalo, but sometimes you think about Mike Tomlin. When you think he's doing bad, he'll have his team to come in and play pretty good, like Bill Belichick. like I expected Green Bay to blow uh, New England out last week. They was giving New England 10. New England had a chance to win that game. They only lost by 3. Belichick always have his defense ready to play. He always have his team ready to play. He's motivated. He gets you ready now. And so I think Tomlin, he could be the same way. You better have him ready to play. Keep from getting blown out because Buffalo can drop 30 or 40 points on you now. Easy. So we're gonna see Kenny Pickett starting. I like him as a quarterback. He's a bad boy when he's at Pittsburgh and University, college. But we're gonna see how that's gonna go. We're gonna see how that's gonna go. Pittsburgh this weekend against Buffalo. Um, so I don't expect Pittsburgh to. Somebody was telling me Pittsburgh can't score 21 points. They can't win. I had a chat come in, and I got a couple chats coming in right now. But guy told me, he said, well, Pittsburgh can't score 21 points. They can't win the game. I don't think they scored 21 all year. So, and Buffalo has a good defense. They really do. Buffalo has a dynamite defense. So we're gonna see how it goes in Buffalo this weekend with Pittsburgh. It'll give me a lot to talk about next week. To see. But anyway, I want to jump on to Buffalo Bills schedule. Some teams I didn't cover the other day when I was doing my show as far as the schedules is concerned. Right now, Buffalo, of course, they got the Steelers this week at 1 o'clock. That game is on CBS. And then next week they got the Chiefs, then they got the Packers, then they got the Jets, then they got the Vikings, then they got the Browns, then they got the Lions, Patriots, Jets, Dolphins, Bears. Ooh, their schedule is not easy either. So don't think you just these teams is got easy schedules because they don't. There's another team that I really didn't talk about the other day or say anything about their schedule is the Houston Texans. They got Jacksonville this week at Jacksonville. So I'm gonna get my picks on that game tomorrow. But anyway, the Texans got a tough schedule coming up. They got after this week they got Jacksonville. Then they got the Raiders, the Titans, the Eagles, the Giants, Washington, Dolphins, the Browns, the Cowboys, the Chiefs, the Titans, the Jaguars, the Colts. Woo! What a schedule. Woo, like I say, like I was saying yesterday, ain't none of these teams, none of these NFL teams, you think, ain't none of them got no easy schedule now. You think you got one, but it ain't easy. You can lose. Anybody can lose on any given Sunday. So just letting you know. So this, so that just don't think you got an easy game. Okay, the New Orleans Saints got Seattle Seahawks this weekend. That's a 1 o'clock game, Fox. And so we'll see how that game go. Their schedule is tough. They got the Seahawks Sunday, then they got the Bengals, then they got the Cardinals, then they got the Raiders, then they got the Ravens, then they got the Steelers, then they got the Rams, then they got the 49ers, then they got the Bucks. Woo! Then they got the Falcons, Browns, Eagles, Panthers. Nobody's schedule is easy, man. I mean, I go down the line here and I look at some of these teams, and I talk about certain quarterbacks, and there's one quarterback I told you I do not trust at all, and that's Carson Wentz over there in Washington. So he's going against Tennessee this weekend. I think Tennessee gonna get that win. Well, I'm like I said, I'm gonna get my picks tomorrow. But Washington has a tough schedule. They got Tennessee on Sunday, uh, this Sunday, and then they got the Bears, they got the Packers, the Colts, the Vikings, Eagles, the Texans, the Falcons, the Giants again, 49ers, Browns, Cowboys. Woo! Washington. Woo! Better be taking your A game on the road with you. That's all I got to tell you. You better have it ready when you're at home. You know, and like I say, the key to winning is staying healthy. Uh, the Patriots lost last weekend. They schedule ain't easy either. They got the Detroit Lions on Sunday. And then they got the Browns, the Bears, the Jets, the Colts, the Jets, the Vikings, the Bills, the Cardinals, the Raiders, the Bengals, the Dolphins, the Bills. Woo! These schedules, man. You know, they don't get no easy every Sunday. Think you got it easy. Now, I'm jump over to the Cowboys right quick. I want to talk about them. Their schedule. They got the Rams Sunday. And then they got the Eagles, the Lions, the Bears, the Packers, the Vikings, the Giants, the Colts, the Texans, the Jaguars, the Eagles, the Titans, Washington. Woo! These schedules, man. So I just wanted to holler on a few of those teams that I didn't really jump on the other week. I'm gonna get ready and get out of here. I'm not being long today because tomorrow is really going to be a long day. The show is going to be really long tomorrow because I'm going to be touching on a lot of teams tomorrow. NFL. I'm going to cover some more NBA tomorrow. Preseason games that's going on tonight. I'm going to talk a little bit more baseball tomorrow. Playoffs. Uh, Tomorrow playoffs starts Friday. So also on baseball tomorrow, I'm going to be giving my picks as far as the uh, um, first round games that's going to be starting this weekend. I'm going to give my picks on who I think going to win those games. It's going to be 2 out of 3, I believe it is. So I'm gonna give some picks tomorrow on baseball going forward, and then I'll give my NFL picks tomorrow, and I'll also give my NFL top 10 teams tomorrow. First top 10 teams, Earl J. First top 10 teams tomorrow on the show after I do my picks. Um, so look forward to hope you tune in tomorrow, and so you can see if your team is there, in the top 10. Uh, uh, See what you think about my picks tomorrow. Last week on my picks, NFL picks, I was 8-8 out of 16 games. I believe the week before that I was 7-9. So I'm starting to heat up now. I'm starting to heat up. I'm gonna heat up. I'm gonna heat up with these picks. It's hard when you picking. Man, I can go straight up. It's easier to pick them straight up. I used to go with the points. I look and see what the points is, and you either take the points or you don't take the points. And it's harder to pick the games like that. Of course, when if you're playing DraftKings and betting in Vegas and stuff, and you're taking points or you're betting against the points or you're betting straight up, don't think it's easy. It's not. It's not. So it's not easy to pick them straight up when you're not getting points. It's not easy to pick these games straight up. Everybody got an opinion. Everybody gets lucky. Um, life, life, life can be lucky, but life can also be blessed. So I'm going to get ready and get out of here. Uh, Hope you guys enjoyed the show today. Like I say, we're going to have a dynamite show coming on tomorrow. I was expecting a couple call-ins today on my hotline, which it didn't happen. So tomorrow we're gonna see So we're gonna see how it be tomorrow. All right, you guys have a blessed day. I'm out.
Sylvania's lighting experts know that over time things wear down,